Hi, my name is Dr. Francis, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, and today we want to join the rest of the world in saying Happy World Migratory Bird Day 2023. This year we're actually celebrating with a very interesting and a conservative topic: water sustaining birds' life. It's actually targeted at provision of water amongst other necessary conditions for the survival of our costly, important and beautiful migratory birds, especially those that are about going extinct. So we'll start by, what are migratory birds? These are birds that travel from one place to another. These movements are at times seasonal. These birds can migrate from a country to country, from a continent to another, in response to certain needs, which could be seasonal, which could be for breeding purposes, or as a result of human injury to their habitats. There are a lot of these birds, and they travel for a variety of reasons. We talk about the owls, the penguins, the tern, the waterfowl. These birds travel from a region to region along the flyway in response to their needs, which could be biological or environmental. So, but we are mostly concerned with the health implication of the movement of these birds. When they move, why should we be worried about their movement? How do they concern us? Now, we should just begin to picture them like human beings traveling from a place to place, maybe on aircraft or land even. But these ones don't enter our vehicles, they don't enter our aircraft, they move on their flyways. Now, the movement of these birds could midwife the transmission of variety of diseases. Should they be humans, or should we have control over their movement? Maybe we could think of checking their health status at different locations, quarantine them to know what pathogens they harbor. But because we don't have control over their movement, we are actually in trouble when this movement occur. Some of them serve as disease vectors, and when I say vectors, they carry disease causing agents, that are pathogens, from a region to region. Though they don't suffer these diseases, but they can actually transmit it to those who could suffer them. It could be other birds, could be we humans. Then they could also just disperse this mechanical dispersion of disease-causing agents. An example is Lyme disease. The tick that actually transmits the causative agent for Lyme disease at times are being carried or dispersed by these birds from a region to region. Then how do they pick up this disease-causing agent? Why they move? Most often they could stop at a place to feed, and while feeding they may pick some of these agents. And most worrisome is that the agents they are picking up, because they are coming from the wild, could be drug resistant. They could pick up salmonella, could pick up Escherichia coli, a lot of viruses like the influenza, the Newcastle disease virus. It can also spread fungal infections as well. That's the reason why we should actually watch out for the movement of these birds, especially at this season, because they often move north to south during winter. Maybe it could be also to escape cold, among other reasons. Then what actually do we need to do? What exactly is expected of us? First, we need to let people know, create more awareness about the movement of these birds, especially at this particular point in time. we also have to discourage the consumption of wild animals, the one we call bushmeat. Because these animals have never been treated, and the pathogens they could have at times maybe novel pathogens, ones that have not been worked upon by scientists to actually develop drugs against them. So when we consume these animals, we're actually putting the health of the society in a serious danger. And we also need to step up our hygiene. Most of the things our vegetables come from the wild or the farm, so to say, and these birds could pass through our farms while they travel. So this is not the time you go to the market, get your vegetable and just take them raw. You need to wash them, make sure they are well prepared for your safety and the safety of your loved ones. Then for fellow farmers, especially those in the poultry industry, you also need to do a lot of work in biosecurity. Some of the viruses, take for instance the influenza or the Newcastle could be segmented viruses, and when they introduce this virus to your farm, not only that your local vaccine may not have protections against them, there could also be assortment or a combination of segments resulting to a very different and new strain of virus, which will not be very, very easy to handle. So you need to do a lot of work in preventing the movement of unauthorized humans and animals into your farm for the safety of your animals. Don't forget, it's the 2023 World Migratory Bird Day. We are actually trying to step up the campaign and the awareness of these birds. They are good for our ecosystem. We need to protect them, but we also need to be careful not to let them harm us. I'm Francis, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, saying goodbye.